This is a preview file.
Welcome back to another episode of Love is Beauty podcast, where we discuss mental health, self-love, and self-worth. I'm your host, Lamekkiona. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about motivation versus discipline. Goodness gracious. I have been wanting to talk about this episode for a little minute, only because I've looked at this perspective on a whole different level than I used to. I used to think like if I'm motivated and everything is going the way I want it to go, motivation is get me there, is get me fired, get me hyped up. It's like it will never last. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It never lasts. It would be a time where I'm just like ready to go, on fire. I just heard a motivational speech and I'm on fire. Like that day, I can do anything. I'm running faster than I used to run. I'm moving in a way that I wasn't moving before. I'm thinking in a way I wasn't thinking before. But then life happens. Life kicks me right in my booty. And I'm like, oh my God. What I thought was going to be the best moment of my life turned into life happening. Life starting getting in the way, and it's moving in a direction that I didn't want it to go. And my motivation went from here to here. It went down. It's like it went out the window. But then I think about discipline, and I think about how even regardless of what's going on in your life, you're still going to do it. You obey your law of what you do. So if you have a set routine and you discipline yourself enough to keep going every single day, regardless of what is happening in your life, that is how you master discipline. You literally keep doing it every day, regardless of everything else that's going on in your life. You remember as kids, we were very disciplined to, it ranges from different basic house to house, household to household. But there was something that my mom used to teach me as a child. And she would tell me a lot that things will not always look the way it's going to look right now. And I didn't understand that concept back then. I'm like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean that stuff won't always look the way it looks right now? And as I got older and, life started to life, I realized that concept, that everything won't always be that way. There were times where I was like down and out, don't know how, like I'm finna come out of this, and I came out of it. But in that time frame, I didn't know how I was going to come out of that. Like, what is happening here? When am I going to come out of this? And I was thinking to myself that this was the worst it could ever be. This is the worst it ever gets. And then it gets better. And then that concept comes back into my head that, it always won't look the way it looks right now. And how this relates to motivation versus discipline is when you're disciplined enough, everything that you're disciplining yourself to do now, it won't always look like that. It will grow. It would evolve. It will get bigger. It will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the thing about it is, when you do that, when you think about life as it won't always be like this, there's something in your mind that pushes you regardless of motivation, telling you, getting you fired up. This what keeps you going. This what keeps you engaging in yourself every single day. It's not about, this moment of spike in your life. It's a reoccurring spike every single day. You showing up for yourself, that is a spike every single day. You working out every single day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. You're putting effort into your body, your mind, your soul. You're disciplining yourself enough to know that no matter what goes in my life after this time frame, this is what I'm doing at this hour. This is my time to myself. your devotional time, that time every day, you can't get that back. You cannot get that back. In the morning, if you say you want to get up at 5 o'clock every day, get up at 5 o'clock every day. Train yourself to a point where the alarm clock ain't even necessary. You waking up, your body just automatically getting up, regardless of looking at the time. It's your body. You're training your mind and you're training your mind, body, and soul to reoccurring things. Discipline is a reoccurring thing. That's what I'm learning about discipline, is reoccurring. It happens over and over and over again until you're getting to a different side that you're aiming for. I used to think that motivation would be like, ooh, I'm fired up this day, I'm fired up that day, but like it was not keeping me going every single day. And I wanted to elaborate it on a little deeper. My bad y'all, iPad don't feel okay. So I wanted to elaborate on the difference between motivation and discipline. This is the Google definition of motivation. I'm going to start with motivation first. What is motivation? The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. Have you purchased your Why Her and Not Me book just yet? If not, head over to Amazon.com and search Why Her and Not Me, now available, and it's also available on loveisbeautyprogram.com, where it also features bookmarks as well. Make sure you head over now to get your book, and head over there so that you don't miss the opportunity to have that book before Christmas, because Christmas is coming up, and Why Her Not Me is a great book for young women between teens up into young adults and mid-20s. It is available for those individuals looking for clarity, looking for new direction, and looking for redirection and new opportunities. Make sure you don't forget to head over to loveisbeautyprogram.com to get your book and bookmarks now. Back to the show. What I've learned to understand about motivation is that when they say about the reasons or reason one has for acting or behaving in a way, and it's basically saying, you know, we can get motivated off someone else's desires and stuff, and it can be the reason for behaving a particular way, as in you're getting encouraged enough to go to the gym, you're getting encouraged enough to do what you need to do that day. But what about the reoccurring, the everyday routine? Not just that day, but every day, reoccurring, every single day, working out, every single day, dividing devotion to yourself, dividing that time to God. Like, that is a reoccurring thing where it happens every single day and not just at a particular time. And I personally used to think that motivation would keep me going, but I always found a way out of motivation, as in life happening, things happening, situations happening. And it was just like, well, I guess, you know, I'll keep it going. But then the next day, you know, it's something that needs to pump you up enough to go work out, or go do this, or go do that, or get this done, or record that podcast, or go do what you need to do. Like, it's not enough. It feels like it's not enough. It gotta keep. It's something missing with motivation. It's something missing. It's not enough. It's not enough to make it every day. It's not enough to remember the reason. It's not enough every single day. The motivation is not lasting. It's not lasting long enough for it to be what it needs to be, if that makes sense. And I wanted to elaborate on that because honestly, I would find myself motivated for others from a split second, but it would not keep me going for more than 2 days, honestly. And I'm just being real with y'all. Motivation would only lead me astray for a couple of days, and then I'm back to square one of, okay, life just knocked me right in my head, like knocked me down. So it's just like, what do I do next? Where do I go from here? And that's what motivation has been teaching me, that it doesn't last long enough for it to be something. It's not a reoccurring thing. It's only for a temporary moment and not everlasting. And I went to the what is discipline definition on Google, and it says the practice of training people to obey rules or code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. What? For real. For real. And I personally understand this. And I see why people say discipline is more than motivation. Because it's training yourself for rules and conduct to do it every single day. You're obeying your law of attraction based on things that you need in your life in order to be successful, in order to get through the day, in order to do the things you need to do. You are obeying your own law of going to work out at 6 o'clock in the morning, devoting yourself time to yourself at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is obeying your law and your code of conduct. But it's like, how do you do that if you don't have a direction? How do you make a plan with no direction? It's the plan that makes you obey the law. And you're obeying the law of discipline when you train yourself on certain things that you need to have in your life. You need workouts. You need health. Health is wealth. I'm learning that every day. Health is wealth, baby. Because, baby, some days when I'm eating bad, I feel that. I feel that real bad. So, I believe that there is no limitations on what you can do with discipline. The discipline is what's going to keep you in alignment. It's going to keep you in that direction you need to go. Because if you don't obey, then there is a seek of punishment. There's a seek of punishment that you going to feel bad from eating that Twinkie you just ate. There is a punishment for you having 5 or 6, 10, 12 different pieces of chicken or chicken wings. You're going to feel that later. And if you don't obey the laws of what you train yourself to do, you will reap what you sow. Ooh! You will reap what you sow, baby, because I done reap what I sow many times. Many times of telling myself, I'm going to work out this day. My legs, my back, all be hurting. I'll be in pain because I ain't really moved a lot. I ain't did a lot of movement throughout the day. You feel that. You feel that pain because you didn't give yourself enough discipline to do it regardless of what life throws at you. Life is gonna life regardless. Does that mean you gotta stop everything because life is lifing? No. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Regardless of everything that is going wrong in your life, there is always something in your life that's going right. You gotta think about it. You're in your darkest space in your life, but they always say there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it is. The light is there. All you got to do is be willing to do it. Do the work. Do the work of regardless of what life is doing to you right now. Do what needs to be done. Do it. Don't wait on the time frame. Don't wait on the new year. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that it's your time. It is your time. It's your time right now. It don't have to be waited onto the new year to do something different. It starts now. We have 2 or 3 weeks left in the year. That time frame is a way to go ahead and enhance those habits. It only takes 21 days. We're only on the 12th day. Keep it going. We got time. So do it now. Don't wait on nobody to tell you that you need to get up and work out every day. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that your eating habits are trash. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that in order to get to where you want to be, you got to work hard every day. They mean it. Do it. Don't wait. Don't wait on motivation to spike that time frame. Do it now. Don't wait for this little small window that tell you something within that little time frame, but then it's thrown out the window when life starts to happen, when things start to happen. Discipline is what's going to get you there. Discipline is what's going to get you there. That's the major thing that I could say. Discipline is what's going to get you there. That's the quote of the week. That's the quote of the week right there. I'm going to end right there. But I do want to shout out Why Her and Not Me, available now on Amazon and on my personal website. You can purchase the book via online. And I will be having a pop-up very, very soon. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Miss Lamekkiona. That's MSLAMEKKIONA to stay updated on any updates about the book or book signing. I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys next week. Bye, you guys.